Standard 8th English medium. In maths, we are busy with chapter number 3, understanding quadrilaterals. We started exercise 3.1. We are done question 1. Now we will continue with question number 2. It says that how many diagonals does each of the following have? Does each of the following have? First one is a convex quadrilateral. Now we know that a quadrilateral is a polygon with 4 sides. A quadrilateral has 4 sides. Therefore, n is equal to 4. Therefore, number of diagonals. Now we learned the formula yesterday in the previous lecture. n minus 1 upon 2 minus n. So here n is equal to 4. So you put 4 into bracket 4 minus 1 upon 2 minus 4 is equal to 4 multiplied by 4 minus 1 is 3. Now you can cancel here. 2 2s are 4. So 2 3s are 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. So we can say that a quadrilateral, therefore a convex quadrilateral has 2 diagonals. Has 2 diagonals. So we have to remember, if you remember this formula, it will be easier for you to find out. Let's take the another one. Another one is a regular hexagon. Now you must remember the table, that what is hexagon and heptagon and octagon, because from the name we can have the number of sides. So now hexagon have 6 sides. So we can write down a hexagon has 6 sides. So n is equal to 6. So therefore number of diagonals, we know the formula, n minus 1 upon 2 minus n. So here we have to put n is equal to 6. So 6 minus 1 upon 2 minus 6 is equal to 6 multiplied by 6 minus 1 is 5. Now 2 3 are 6. So 3 5s are 15 minus 6. And the 15 minus 6 is equal to 9. Therefore, a hexagon has 9 diagonals. And the last one is a triangle. A triangle. Now, a triangle has how many sides? Of course, 3 sides. So, for a triangle, we have n is equal to 3 sides. So now, number of diagonals is equal to n bracket n minus 1 upon 2 minus n. So you have 3 multiplied by 3 minus 1 by 2 minus 3 is equal to 3 into 2 by 2 minus 3. Oh, it is 0. Therefore, we know that triangle does not have, because triangle looks like that. And all the vertices are consecutive, does not have any non-consecutive. So, we cannot draw any diagonal. So, we can write down a triangle does not have any diagonal. So, if you know the formula, then we can find the number of diagonals in any of the polygon. Here we find out the convex quadrilateral, hexagon and the triangle also. Number 3. It says the what is the sum of the angles of a quadrilateral. Also, they ask with that, will this property hold? If the quadrilateral is not convex, if the quadrilateral is not convex. Now in the beginning, in the introduction of this chapter, we already wrote down that what is the angle sum property for a quadrilateral. We know that the sum of the 4 angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degrees. So we can write down the sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Now they asked that if it is whole, if quadrilateral is not convex, means it is concave, then answer is yes, because doesn't matter a quadrilateral is a convex or concave, the property will be the same. So you can write down yes, this property holds for the concave quadrilateral also. So it is not that it is applicable only for the convex quadrilateral. It is applicable for the concave quadrilateral also. You can try yourself also, draw a concave and then find all the 4 measures angle of that, and then you can add them. Your answer will be 360 degree. Now in the question 4, they give a table in which some figures are there and number of the sides and angle sum is given, and then from the figure we have to give the answers of the other questions. Here is the figure. Side and angle sum. First figure is triangle. The sides are 3 and its angle sum is 180 degree. The second one is with 4 sides. And it is 2 multiplied by 180. It means that 4 minus 2 multiplied by 180 degree. Then for the pentagon, we can draw 2. So there will be 3 triangles, means 5 minus 3. So 3 multiplied by 180 degree means 5 minus 2 multiplied by 180 degree. And the lastly, it's a hexagon. So how many? 4 triangles are made. Means 4 multiplied by 180. 4 is 6 minus 2 multiplied by 180. Now, here we have to give some examples. Examine table. And then we have to find the others. So now from the table, what can we conclude? You can see that, look here. Triangle is 3 sides, then 180 degree. A quadrilateral has 4 sides, so we can make 2 triangles from it. Means 4 minus 2 into 180. 3 means 5 minus 2 into 180. Here 6 minus 2. So from the figure, we can conclude that, we already write down also in the note, that the sum of the angles of a polygon with n sides is n minus 2 multiplied by 180. You can see that everywhere 6, the 6 minus 2, here is 5, then 5 minus 2, 4, then 4 minus 2, etc. So you can write down from the figure, from the table, we can conclude that sum of interior angles of a polygon with n sides is equal to n minus 2 into 180 degree. Now, from this, we have to find the number of the sides of a polygon. So we have to find about the angle sum when the number of the sides are given. So now we have to find angle sum for given polygons. First one is given 7. So here n is equal to 7. Therefore, sum of angles is equal to, what is the formula? N minus 2 multiplied by 180 degree. Here n is equal to 7. Means 7 minus 2 multiplied by 180. 7 minus 2 is 5. So 5 multiplied by 180 degree. 18 5 is 90 and another 1 0. It means the sum of angles is equal to 900 degree. For B, there is 8 sides. So here n is equal to 8. Therefore, sum of angles n minus 2 multiplied by 180 degree. So is equal to 8 minus 2 into 180 degree. So is equal to 6 multiplied by 180 degree. So 1080 degree. So here you can see that if you know the formula, then we can find any. Here there are another two also, and that C and D you can do for homework. C and D you can do for the homework. Same, you have to use that formula, n minus 2 into 180, n is equal to whatever they is given, you can find out yourself. Fine. It is also very easy. You can do from that table we wrote down in the PDF file in the previous video. So it is very easy. You can do it for yourself. So now we can start question number 6. In question number 6, there are some figures are given, and in that one of the angles are missing. We have to find the value in it. So find the angle measure X. Angle measure X in the following figures. First figure A is like this. This angle is X. Here it is 50 degree. Here it is 130 degree. And here it is 120 degree. Now we know the angle sum property, that sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral is how much? 360 degree. So you can write down by angle sum property. Sum of interior angles of quadrilateral is equal to 360 degree. It means that X plus 120 degree plus 130 degree plus 50 degree. If you add all those four angles, it will make 360 degree. So X plus, now we will add all this, 120 plus 130 plus 50. So you get 300. So plus 300 is equal to 360 degree. So now if you take 300 that side, you will get a value. So X is equal to 360 degree minus 300. So X is equal to 60 degree. So here the value of X is 60 degree. Now we will take the second one, in which figure is like that. And here it is given like that. Here is X 70 degree and 60 degree. Now here interior angle is not given but exterior angle given on the base. But we know that it will be 180 minus 90 means it will be 90 also. So we can write down the base angle. The base angle is equal to 180 minus exterior angle is equal to 180 minus 90 is equal to 90, because here this symbol shows that it is 90 degree, so it will be also 90 degree. So now therefore the sum of angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degree. Therefore, we can say that x plus 70 degree plus 60 degree plus 90 degree is equal to 360 degree. Therefore, x plus, now we have to add them, 70 plus 60 plus 90. So it is 220 degree is equal to 360 degree. So we get x is equal to 360 degree minus 220. 0 minus 0, 0, 6 minus 2 is 4. And 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. So here we get the value of x as 140 degree. Now other sum we will do in the next session. After this we will get a PDF file. Maybe there is some homework also inside. Whatever is there you have to write down. And any confusion, write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.